everybody, my name is Phillip and today I'm going to persuade you as to why you should learn to scuba dive. Scuba diving is a worldwide sport which is continuously growing. It's great for the whole family and it's a sport you shouldn't let pass you by. I got into scuba diving when I was 15 years old because I went on a cruise over to the Bahamas, and on the cruise we had the opportunity to go on a snorkeling trip. Oh wow, I was so excited about going snorkeling. I get to swim around, see the fishes. Well, the only problem with that is I got to see the scuba divers underneath us while we were snorkeling, and they got to stay down there for a long periods of time. They got to interact with each other. They got to really get close to the marine life and the environment, and I thought, that's just not fair because I want to do that. So when I came back from the cruise, that's exactly what I did. I went and got certified. I went on to get my certification, open water certification, all the way up through Master Scuba Diver Trainer, so I could learn more and more, and then I could also teach other people about the excitement that's filled full of scuba diving activities. So today I'm going to talk to you about what is scuba diving. Scuba diving stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, and through the use of certain pieces of equipment, we get to stay underwater for extended periods of time safely. Scuba diving consists of a buoyancy control device, which is what we wear to help us go up and down and to control and streamline ourselves in the water. It also consists of a regulator and a first stage, second stage. These we use to breathe from. These give us air, and if we have a problem with one, we have a second source so we can make sure that we're going to have a safe air source down there. We also have our tank, which is what we have our air in. We have our mask so we can see, because naturally we can't just see underwater. This gives us the ability to see clearly underwater. And we have our fins, flippers. These are what we use to help move us through the water, because humans, we don't have that ability when you're swimming. We just can't move very fast. But using fins and flippers, we have the opportunity to swim and go faster, longer. So we use this equipment to be able to dive underwater in a safe environment. So who can scuba dive? Well, everybody can scuba dive. PADI, which is the association I'm affiliated with, which stands for the Professional Association of Diving Instructors, slogan is the way the world learns to dive. Well, everybody can dive. From anybody from a 10-year-old child, as long as you're 10 years old and you can pass the certification course to get your certification so you can safely dive, you can dive. And also people with disability. People with disabilities are now able to take scuba diving so they can learn and enjoy the environment just like everybody else can. So there's so many opportunities for everyone to learn to dive safely. Well, how do you scuba dive? You have to take, usually it's a 2-weekend class. You have your confined water section and you have your open water section. In the confined water section, you're going to learn the basic skills you need. How to clear your mask, how to breathe underwater, how to put your gear on safely and properly. And after that, you take the skills you've learned in the confined water classroom and you take it to the open water area so you can demonstrate to the instructor that you safely can dive in the open water environment with keeping yourself safe. So scuba diving is fun, it's exciting, it's filled full of new places to explore. There's so many places you can go, so many people you can meet, and there's so many new creatures you get to see underwater that you'll never get to see if you don't dive. Scuba diving gives you a chance to travel the world. You can go to China, you can go to Egypt, you can go to America, you can go to Mexico, you can even dive in Antarctica and dive. There's so many places you can dive. I love going to Bonaire and the Keys. In Bonaire we have some of the places that we go. We have the coral you can see. This is called Oil Slick. It's one of my favorite places. We also have the Spiegel Grove. This is a shipwreck in Florida off the Keys. It's a beautiful ship to dive. It's an artificial reef they place there just for diving and to also enhance the reef system. And also you get to see new life. You have the trunkfish here and the seahorse. These are really neat creatures that you're not going to get to experience unless you actually go diving. So it's a chance to explore the underwater world, and also scuba diving is a chance to see things that most people will never get to see. 70% of the Earth's surface is underwater, so you're not going to get to experience that unless you go out there and learn to scuba dive. So once you get out there and you get the equipment, you go take the classes to get your certification, go out and demonstrate your ability to dive in the open water environment, then this opens you up to a whole new world of new life, new friends that like to do the same thing. There's even shipwrecks that you can start helping with exploration, get into shipwreck recovery. There's search and recovery. There's marine research. There's so many avenues. So scuba diving is using equipment to breathe safely underwater. It's also gives you the opportunity to experience the world anywhere over the world, and it gives you the opportunity to learn about new and different things, not only below but above the water. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak to you about why you should learn to scuba dive.
Great.